Hello. Oh man, this is really cool. So I don't know, I've been just going through some stuff mentally that's put me in a place that I can't really astral project because my state of being, which I normally have to astral project, is just been getting all types of crazy, and that will be I'll be explained because right now I'm editing the Navigating Life, so you can maintain this state of being through going by navigating work and school, your phone, social interactions, and stress. And so basically I'd been stressed a lot. I'm gonna lay down. But last night I was like, you know what? Like, I really want to do this. Like, it's been a minute. It's been a while. And so I set myself up for a meditation to really just clear up my head, set my intentions, and get me on like a better direction mentally. Most of all, I let go of everything that was causing me to be overstimulated or depressed. And man, my astral projections they ranged from playing basketball. I actually play basketball a lot in the Astrals. I just like it. It's really fun. It's like the only place I can play sports. And exploring the cosmos with my dad. So we'll start with the basketball one, because this is where I experimented with something. While I was there, I had such an awareness of my room and my body, and a very strong awareness of the surroundings and my astral body there while I was playing basketball. And so it was the first time I truly felt like I was at two places at one time, and had a consciousness of two places at one time. And it was very, very new to me. And so what I tried to do was, I noticed physically my body was a little bit uncomfortable, and it was making it hard for me to focus on where I was on the basketball court. So what I tried to do is I tried to move my head to the right a little bit so I could then fix the pressure that was on my neck, to see if maybe that would allow me to focus better on both places, or to absorb more into who I was astral projecting to. And it didn't really work. All it did was, when I turned my head, everything became very like numb in the astrals, and my awareness started to come back to my physical and everything around here. And so that was kind of a bummer, but I thought it was really cool that that's a possible thing, because I hear a lot about like very, very advanced yogis, one of whom could be like Maharaji or Neem Karoli Baba or Sri Yukteswar, where they exist on like every single plane. They're aware of every single plane at all time. They're aware of everything at all time. They're very, very subtle things. And that just kind of blows my mind. But as you astral project, as you do this more, you will expand your awareness to the point where you become very aware of very, very subtle things. And even though you are speaking with someone, your awareness is picking up the slightest, subtlest things that allows you to further read into them. Or while you're in environments such as work, you can be performing the task at hand, but you are aware of things going on in other places. That's the best way I can put it. Whereas before you would have not been there. But it's only possible to do that when you are in that state that allows you to astral project very vividly, very consciously, and come back with those memories with no blackouts. Which again will be taught in the Navigating Life. And there's some other stuff too. I'm going to go over food and sleep. But yeah, so there was that little experience of me trying to exist at two planes at one time. Exploring the cosmos one was so cool. My dad, I love my dad. I love my dad. I love my dad. I love my dad. And in this one, I had met this aspect of him, which was like a traveler, someone who, I guess that's the best way to put it. And he brought me along into this like ship. And I know this is weird. Like, you do meet aspects of people when you astral project. I don't know. I guess the best way is like I'm not even going to go into trying to explain it, because I'm not going to do too much justice. The simple way to put it is you will meet other aspects of people that you know. And this was one aspect of my human father. And we got into this ship that looked like it was made out of church glass. You know how the church glass has like all the designs on it? It's just stained glass. That was kind of how the ship looked. And he brought me to this giant hologram thing that showed huge, like giant clouds of stars, galaxies, all separate, and we would just travel to each of them super quickly, faster than the speed of light, that's for sure. These things were so far apart. And yeah, we would just explore that like space area, and it was weird because like I recognized him as my dad, but it didn't feel like my dad. He had love for me like he was my dad, but it was very much like if you were to meet your dad from a parallel universe, and that parallel universe had a quite different version of this parent. Like, yeah, you're my dad, but you're not my dad. But he still had some of the qualities of him, such as his humor, such as his overall demeanor was still light and loving, but he had more sternness to him than normal. But his hair wasn't nearly as long. My dad has really, really cool long hair. It's awesome. It's so sick. Maybe one day I'll look like that. But yeah, we explored the cosmos for a little bit, and then I came back here and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I went one more time and I astral projected into my work, which was, it's always interesting doing that. I like to do that and see the different versions of my job in different areas of the city where I live in. This one, the town that I lived in, was much more developed. It would have been like 20 or 30 years in the future in terms of development. The buildings were super tall. Not super tall, but much taller than what they are now. But it was still the same people. So that was cool. And felt like I got to know my manager a little bit more. Again, different aspects of the same person, but all they're doing is expressing different parts of the person's potential. Every version of these people that you meet have the same potential as the version of the person that you know here. They're just expressing a different mix of their potential. That's all it really is. But that's what gives each of us our own individuality. It's beautiful. We're each unique expressions of consciousness. She got upset though. My manager did get upset, and I did say some things that were kind of dumb, and I don't think I would ever say them here, but I did say them over there. So what does that mean? Maybe I will say it here. I won't say it here. And then I came to my room here. In my room, you know, it's all painted and stuff like that. Don't mind the laundry. I'm gonna fold that this morning. That was a to-do thing. My room was very pretty, and I had flowers. I had flowers that were gifted to me, and I don't know, it kind of sparked up some little ideas of decor. A lot of my creativity gets inspired from my astral projections. The little VHS thing with the little colors on the side and all that stuff, that came from an astral projection. I remember sitting down, visiting my home, and my family was watching a YouTube video of mine, and that was the design. I remember the side panels were green, like almost like a neon forest green, and it just said super conscious, which is also going to be a part of Permanent Peace later on, or at least a portion of the course as a whole later on, which for those of you that watch this and eventually that will come out, you know that it came from an astral projection. Yeah, I pull a lot of inspiration from the Astrals. The Astrals it's an incredible place to just learn and be and see, but it shows you more than anything that this, where you're here right now, and that is just another plane, just another realm of thought. And overall, you want to get to the source of it all. That's really the goal. And you don't need to be able to astral project to do that. You don't. It's a state of being that you're trying to attain. At least that's my understanding from right now. But with that, I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna go finish that navigating lifestyle video, and then this one shall come out. I love you guys. I will see you all soon.